Okay, so here's the third page in Unit 2. First we're going to do is solve by factoring. So again, every time it says factoring, I need two things that multiply together. That will get me back to my original. This is x and x will give me x squared. Now I need something that is going to multiply to give me negative 21, but add together to give me negative 4. And I know that would be a negative 7 and a positive 3. Now I would solve by setting both of them equal to 0. So first x should equal 7, and s should also equal negative 3. Okay, absolute value equations. Once it's set up like this, where the absolute value is on one side and the number is on the other, now I can break them up. So one will be with a positive answer, and the other will be with a negative answer. And then from here, I would solve. Subtract 4, divide by 2. On this side, x will equal 4. And again, subtract 4. And divide by 2. And on this side, x will equal negative 8. So those are my two answers for that. Okay, completing the square method. Again, there might not be enough room on your paper, so you can use a different one. Nothing will give me, or nothing that I multiply together will give me a negative 8. So I need to get rid of it and move it over to the other side. So after I do that, I'm going to rewrite the problem with a blank square there and a blank square on the other side. So I know that whatever I get when I complete the square, I have to add it to both sides. So now to complete the square, you take the b term, divide it by 2, and whatever answer you get, you're going to square that answer. So in this case, I take my negative 8, divide by 2, get negative 4, square that, and get 16. So now, what I just figured out is what number I need to add to both sides so I can now factor this easily. So now I'm going to factor the left side and get x minus 4 times x minus 4, and add the right side, which means 17. So again, this number here is always going to be this number there. Now I could rewrite this x minus 4 squared equals 17. To get rid of the square, I'm going to square root both sides. The square and the square root cancel out. X minus 4 equals, again, when I write the square root in, that's plus or minus 17. And then to get x by itself, add 4 to both sides, and this is my final answer. Okay. The quadratic equation, I'm not going to do that one out, but I will write down what it is again. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Don't forget this part here in the green is your AOS, and this part here in the blue is your discriminant. Quickly going through the imaginary numbers, I equals the square root of negative 1, I squared equals negative 1, I to the third is a combination of both. And I to the fourth is 1. So I will do C for you. Remember, that's not 9 minus I squared. It's 3I, or 3 minus I times 3 minus I. And then we get 9 minus 3I minus 3I plus I squared. Combine my like terms, I'll get 9 minus 6I. Then I squared is really -1. So now, again, combine my like terms again, I get 8 minus 6I. And then I'll do this one quickly. As soon as you see the negative, that becomes I. And then 20 is the same as the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. I know the square root of 4 equals 2. And I can't do anything else with the square root of 5. So there's my answer for D. All right, try the others. Check your work with the answer key. Any questions, let me know.